What up, everybody? It's Tanisha.
Welcome to another episode of She Laughs. Hope all of you have been blessed this week or day, month, whatever time
It is. I hope you've been well. How about that?
Hope you're doing great, awesome, and just rejoicing in the day. So, as always, we're going to jump on into this topic. We're not going to keep y'all long. So, T, let's talk about, or you want to tell them what the topic is?
You can tell the people what the topic is.
Okay, all right, fine, you know. So today's topic is me, my thoughts, and I, being conscious of the thoughts you're thinking. Dun, dun, dun.
We say that because I know for those who constantly stay in their thoughts, they're like, that's too much to do. You're asking me to do a 24-hour job. Here's the thing. You're already doing it. You're just not conscious that you're doing it. That's the problem. You don't realize that you're consciously thinking about your thoughts. When we're telling you to be conscious of it, we want you to be conscious of it so that you can change the thoughts that you're thinking. Instead of feeling overwhelmed that you can't. You actually have the power to do so. That is scripture. You can. If the Bible tells you to renew it, that means you have the power to do it. And you do. So practicing doing that is overwhelming. But it's not as difficult as you would assume.
It gets easier.
It is. The way to do it, honestly, is being honest with yourself.
Yes.
Totally about everything you're thinking and everything you're feeling. Be honest with yourself instead of doing what I call the fake it till you make it thing.
So y'all know what we mean by fake it till you make it. And I think we should touch on how harmful that can be to you when you're literally living a life of, well, I'll fake it till I can make it. The thing about it is when you actually do make it, you've been faking it for so long that you don't know the difference.
Very true.
For when you actually make it.
Yeah.
Because you've been putting on a mask for so long. And that's harmful to you as a person.
Yes, it is. 100%.
So if you're one of those people that are a fake it till you make it, and trust me, no judgment over here because I used to.
I think we all at one point, because you hear things like, always be positive.
Oh, you mean those good old, what they call them, self-helps.
Yes.
Be positive.
I have seen psychiatrists actually tell people, be positive. Okay, but I don't feel positive today. So then are you telling me to ignore my feelings? And that's what a lot of you do.
Yes.
And if you ignore your feelings, you can't change them.
And here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with having feelings. A lot of people want to call that being emotional. I am the first person to say I am a very emotional person. However, I have learned to control my emotions as well as own my emotions. That's the key to it. You can be emotional. Own your emotions. Own that is what you are thinking. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just how you feel at that time. Guess what? Feelings change.
And you need to realize that they will change. You will not feel this way all day.
No, unless you want to.
Thank you. There you go. It is a choice now. So we don't want you to ignore your feelings. We want you to acknowledge them, be conscious of them, dissect them so that you don't act on them and let them literally control your day, your week, your month, in your life.
And here's the thing. Once you finally start asking yourself the questions, first, when you're honest with yourself and you own your emotions, then you can ask yourself the feelings, well, why is it that I actually feel this way?
Yeah.
So then you can dig deeper than just the surface level. Well, I'm angry. Okay, got it.
And also, you know what it also does? It holds you accountable, because putting it all on someone else, well, he made me or she made me, that literally gives all the power you have away to someone. Mm-hmm. You should never let someone dictate your mood.
And here's the thing. We say that you, at your core, there is a small part of you that knows they have no power to do that. But because you would much rather relinquish the responsibility that it takes to hold your own self accountable, we put it on other people. Okay? All other people do is do actions. How you react is up to you. And that goes back to being honest with yourself. Why am I reacting this way? Let me stop. Why did I react that way? He made me mad. How did he make you mad?
Yes, what exactly did he say or she say and or do that made you mad? Again, that brings it all accountability back to you.
Yes.
Well, they did this. Well, when it happened and you felt what? Well, I felt this. Again, that is honestly how you are conscious about your thoughts. Mm-hmm. When you begin to actually pay attention to what you're thinking, then you can start to renew. So if you wake up and you're not feeling your best self for the day, sit with yourself. Give yourself that 10, 15 minutes off of social media to figure out why you're feeling that way. Mm-hmm. So that you can have a functioning day. So that you don't have the whole, well, just say a positive mantra. And no, because you're lying to yourself. Because you never allowed yourself to acknowledge, I feel sad today. Well, why? Well, today is the birthday of a loved one. Okay, you missed that person. Let's give ourselves the 10, 15 minutes we need to miss that person so that we can go on with the day. And you don't have to sit all day saying, no, I'm not going to be sad. I'm not going to be sad. I'm not going to be sad.
They would want me to be happy.
You're right. They ain't here. So we don't feel happy right now. So let's acknowledge the fact that we don't feel happy right now and give ourselves a minute.
That shows extending yourself grace. I need a minute. I'm not at my best self right now. I'm not feeling it today. It could be just, I'm just not feeling life today. Okay, why? Just sit with yourself. And I think we've talked about this on a episode before about how a lot of us don't know how to be alone with ourselves.
No.
And so that can be a very scary thing. So you want to go ahead and pop in a bubbly self-help and everything. Oh, we're going to feel nice and rainbows and sunshine today. And over here, you're literally feeling like doom and gloom and all the above.
You know, I need to quote these scriptures. Well, you know, why?
God can do everything through me.
You don't believe him when you're saying them. You don't believe him when you're saying them. So, again, quote them for what?
Break every chain. But you don't believe he can right now.
So, but yeah.
What chains he breaking if you hold
there
on
aren't
to
any getting broken.
So.
There aren't getting broken. And I want to put this in the most visual concept I can for you. While you are quoting these scriptures to try to get yourself in a certain mindset or mood, the devil's quoting them with you. Because he know them better than you.
I'm going to be silent.
He quoting them right along with you. He's saying them with you. You don't believe them. Therefore, they have no authority. That's the difference. So stop lying. If you're not feeling it today, whatever it is, give yourself the moment to realize why you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
Instead of having a I'm just not feeling it day. Well, I'm just not. No, that's not what I mean. Because that's not getting in touch with anything. No. That's literally letting that feeling run your whole 24 hours. Yes. 24 hours is a long time to have wasted.
Faking for 24 hours.
You wasted that whole day with your I'm not feeling it. It was a waste. That was wasted breath. It'd been better you had not woke up. Because you wasted the whole day.
She said it, y'all, not me. I was going.
I mean, honest, you literally wasted the day
to
not feeling it all day long. To be
feelings.
stuck.
To be stuck there.
But you lie to yourself. And then you wonder why you don't feel a closeness with God. Because you lying to him too.
And I think, you know what? You just made me think of another valid point. Because when we started this episode, we were just basically, talking about the fake it till you make it. So however you do that to cope. So one way we could think of it is the bubbly person who's always bubbly, which a lot of y'all know. They could be a person like Robin Williams, who was always making someone smile.
Oh, most of the comedians are the saddest people on earth because they find some kind of way to laugh at tragedy. That is called coping. That's not dealing with anything.
That's coping with
Cope is a crutch. Cope is I just need to get by.
Yes.
A cope is a fix.
For just today.
For you people who, I don't do drugs and I don't drink.
Oh, ooh. She hit the. But she's right. It's just a Band-Aid over a huge gaping wound.
Yes.
For you to deal with later until you can no longer deal with it and you let it sit there and fester. Mm-hmm. So that's one way of coping. The other way is to stay mad just because you want to be mad because mad makes you get attention.
Yeah, a lot of you need to be honest about that. That's why.
Or you're playing the victim role.
That's why you vent so much through social media. That's why you
have your soapbox. That's why you have an opinion about everything.
It gets you the attention that you so crave.
And all because it makes you validated when you never needed to be validated. You just need to be you. But it's all right. That's another. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. So that's another way. Just be honest with yourself. Hey, nothing's going wrong with me. I'm actually okay.
Yeah.
But it could be going better, but
it could very well be going better, but I'm good.
I'm good, and it's okay that I'm good. I don't need to. I'm sorry. I felt that in my spirit for somebody. You need to stop because you keep up drama just because you want attention.
Just because you want attention. It very well could be going bad, but you like to live out the entire day in woe is me. Yes. And you add more cherry and topping to your woe is me because it gets you the attention that you crave.
So be honest with yourself.
Yes.
As to why you feel the need to run and rant and rave all the time. Bottom line, what we're saying is be in touch with your own emotions.
Yes, because a lot of you are not, and you really think you are. And I'm not discrediting or saying that we aren't included in that.
No.
Because everyone does it. We have always assumed that we were. Especially those who are in the I'm just keeping it real realm. You aren't in touch with your feelings for real.
Usually when people are saying let's just keep it real, it's because they just want to say something real rude.
Not just real rude. They like the attention that they get
from the wow factor.
Yeah.
Of keeping it real.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's an attention.
We see you.
It's
Thought you was hiding. We see you.
Yes, it's an attention thing. So you really have to try to hone in into what you're thinking. And like I said, get out of that. I'm just going to be positive today. I'm just going to be positive today. No. And then also, when you're not feeling good, please don't go into the sunken place.
Oh, Jesus.
Of I'm just going to be irritated today, and I'm going to huff and puff, and I'm going to slam every door, and I'm going to be snippy with everyone because I'm being in touch with my feelings. And no, that's not what I mean by being in touch with your feelings. That's not what I mean at all. I'll give you an example. I am married, And there have been moments recently where all of a sudden I get irritated out of nowhere. And I know where it comes from. But in that moment, I don't know what to do. So something happened. I don't even remember what had happened now. But I snapped at my husband. Something really extremely simple. And he was like, are you okay? And I was going to lie and say yes. And I said, you know what? I'm not. But I will be. But so just don't worry about it. Don't pay attention to me. Please ignore me. I am not okay. I don't know what's wrong, but I'm gonna be fine. It's me saying that. Let him know two things: don't worry about it, and just keep going about your day. Don't let me affect you. Mm-hmm. That is literally what I was saying. Please ignore me. I don't just.
It's not you. Don't take it to heart. I'm not.
And a lot of you aren't even honest enough with yourself to have even said that to someone. Because I really was going to be like, I'm fine.
And you're
then
not.
Something was like, so you really going to lie? Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm not okay. I don't know what's wrong. But I will be okay. Right now I'm not. Just please ignore me. Ignore me.
Do you know what type of vulnerability it takes to be able to have that with someone?
Oh yes, it's a lot.
Especially like we said, we don't even have it with ourselves.
No.
So
because we would lie, we would do what I was literally getting ready to do. I'm all right, and say it just like that. Your tone already says you not. So why you lying? Well, if I just say it, then maybe I will be. And then you have this sad someone hit my dog tone all day now. Because you lied to yourself and to someone that cares. So now that they're going to worry all damn day about what's wrong with you.
Yeah. Trying to figure it out. Wondering if it's them taking it on. Maybe I did.
Well, maybe I need to do this. Now they're walking on eggshells. Trying to please you. And some of you like it.
Yes, because then I get attention.
Then I get what I want. No, I let him know immediately, this is all on me. Mm-hmm. Please, this is all on me. Don't you worry your little head, okay? This is all on me. No. Every action that I'm going to do, whenever I'm going to do it, has nothing to do with you. I am 100% accountable. Please don't put it on you.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm thinking about my brother. And I know. I can see how this conversation went down. So, but, yeah, please be honest.
Yes.
And when you start to be honest with yourself, you can start to be honest with the people around you. You can start to be authentic in your relationships.
Because that's really what it is. It's about authenticity, not being real.
There's a lot of terms that's out right now that I cannot
being
stand.
Authentic. Being authentic. And you guys know I'm a word person, so let's look that word up so that people know what in the world the word authentic means. Because I'm dead serious. A lot of people y'all don't be knowing what these words be meaning. And yes, I'm going to say it just like that. Okay, so the word authentic, means worthy of acceptance or belief as conforming to or based on fact. Conforming to an original so as to reproduce essential features. Made or done the same way as an original. Or not false. True to one's own personality, spirit, or character. Be authentic. You're being yourself.
Yep. True to yourself.
True to yourself. Honestly, it's important to do.
In all aspects. If you're not good at something, say, I'm just not good at that particular area.
Yes, that was another topic we brought up. I watched, I don't know if Crystal saw all of it, an interview with Stephen Furtick and Dr. Caroline Leaf. Dr. Caroline Leaf is and I'm going to mess up this word. She deals with the brain. So I want to say she's a neuroscientist.
Okay, I think so.
Something in that field. She deals with how the brain works and how it wires and basically all things about thought. And she basically said that we don't understand how we are rewiring our brain when we lie to ourselves or do those little mantra chants to try to be positive, or don't think that, or don't say that, or even us Christians quoting scriptures we don't believe. You are rewiring your brain basically to be able to accept false thoughts and facts and ideas. So when you do that, and then you wonder why you struggle in a relationship with God, that is the key right there. You've taught yourself how to lie to yourself, so you can't be authentic with God. How can you when you have no clue who your identity is? You don't know you. You have rewired. And she said you are literally doing that. This is science. Says you are rewiring your brain to do something it is not meant to do. Now, you may think, no, I'm not. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
You have the ability, power, and capability to do that. The Bible would not constantly tell you to renew your mind if you didn't have the ability to do that. So if you can renew, bring it back to what it's supposed to do, that means you the one threw it out of
Order.
There you go. You're the reason why it's not functioning properly.
Yep.
So he brought up the fact that he's always been very bad at math. Always. And he said growing up, of course, in church, then turning into a preacher at a young age, he would always be told, don't say that. Don't say that you can't do this. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And he said every time I would say that, I would just feel like, but this is not.
I'm lying.
I'm lying because I just can't. I just cannot do math. And she said that it's good that you were honest with yourself to say, no, I'm not good at math. She said it doesn't make you a bad person. It just means it's something you're just not good at. She said, I'm pretty sure there are 10 other things that you are good at. Math just isn't one of them. And lying to yourself to try to get yourself to do better doesn't work.
No.
She said actual practicing math is what gets you better. Now, if it still doesn't, then this just means you're just not good at math. She said, and then she said, it's just as simple as that. And, of course, everybody laughed, but it's the truth. It's just as simple as that. If you're not good at it, that's fine.
But we put a lot of pressure on ourselves.
You're putting pressure on yourself.
To be good at this, to be
the
good at
Bible
that,
says
to be okay with this, to be okay with that, to like this, to love that, to not like that. There's things that I know I was raised, you shouldn't like that I actually enjoy doing. And when I've asked the questions, well, why? Well, you just shouldn't. Which I really hate that. And I do not plan on doing that with my children and stuff. Don't just tell me, well, because you just don't.
What we do is we immediately teach our children to not think.
Yes.
But to follow rules.
Yes.
And that's not what you're supposed to do. Honestly, y'all, that's not what you're supposed to do as Christians. Since that's who mainly listens to this podcast. God doesn't expect you to follow just a bunch of rules and then that be it. He's about the relationship. And the relationship is about authenticity and honesty and communication. Yes. It's not about a bunch of rule following.
No.
Because all of the greats, and I say that with quotation in the Bible, broke all
the rules.
the rules. Okay,
All of them.
They all had issues and faults.
From Moses all the way down to Paul.
No, the only perfect one was Christ.
So,
and that is why he's our example of how we should strive to be, though we are going to fall short. Mm-hmm. Just naturally we are. That is why he's the go-between. That's why he can be like, God, you know what, let me tell you how it felt when I tried to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, no, you're not going to be perfect at anything. There are a lot of things you're just not going to do well. It is what Paul referred to as the thorn in his flesh.
Yes. God
refused to remove it. Because I need you to know
that you are still human.
And you're not perfect. And you're going to need me.
God.
You're going to need me.
Period. And it's okay.
And it's fine.
To need him.
Yes.
It's okay. That's why he's there.
Absolutely.
For you to need him. And some of y'all don't want to need anybody.
For a lot more reasons than we have time to go into.
I promise you. But here's the thing. God shows up in your relationships.
He does.
He provides you blessings through your relationships. Some of the things you're like, God's going to send me this and send you that. And he did. He sent it to you in the form of her and him and that girl that you cut off.
Yep.
And that homegirl that you caught a tantrum with. And that homeboy who you was like, well, he's just messing up, so I'm just not going
to. Or those friends you're avoiding to speak to. So, yeah, absolutely 100%.
He sends you blessings all the time. And you just...
I don't know.
Come up with whatever excuse. He's like, all right, well, I sent it. Stop asking me because I done sent it to you a couple of times and you just refused.
You didn't like the way it came.
You didn't like the packaging. That's it.
That's all. You don't like the way it was delivered.
It's okay.
And that's fine. You ain't got to like it.
He ain't got to change the packaging either.
And he's not going to. No, he's not going to. And then that's okay. That's fine. And that's another part of being honest and authentic and have a relationship with him where you can tell him, I don't like how you sent that.
Yes. God.
I don't like it. I know that me not liking it has
nothing to do
with it. I just want to let you know.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
And I'm going to do it anyway.
I mean, I'm going to do it anyway, and that's not up for debate. I just want you to know. I don't like it.
And I think that is literally, I was talking to a friend of mine today, that in-between space is the hardest and most authentic place to be in with God, is when you are dealing with your flesh and your emotions and your feelings about what you see versus where you know you're going, what you know he's providing, and it doesn't look like it. Everything is telling you in your flesh, you need to run, you need to jump ship, you need to just lose your mind. And there's a part of you that's literally at peace and is calm enough to keep going. Yeah. That is the most authentic part where you can tell him, look, I don't see it. I don't like it. I don't like the space I'm in right now. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like the be you're doing it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep walking.
Yes, I'm going to keep walking. Absolutely. But you have to be, willing to be vulnerable enough to say that out loud. And I cannot stress enough how important it is to say it out loud. Yep. So that you can get it out. It makes a big difference than to be thinking those vulnerable thoughts and to actually say them out loud. God, I don't see it. I'm not going to lie and say I do. I don't see what you're doing, but I know from somewhere in me that I cannot vocalize because it's irrational, that you are going to do something.
Yes.
Something. And like I shared with Crystal and our first lady and even my husband the other day, it's going to be big because I'm not accepting small.
Oh, can you say that again?
I'm not accepting small.
I need y'all to hear that, because a lot of us have been raised or taught, well, you don't say things like that because that's not Christian-like.
And yeah, they say they feel it's dishonorable to God or disrespectful. You can't tell him what to do. I'm not telling him what to do. I'm telling him what his word says.
Thank you.
And the promises that he's given me personally. I'm not accepting small.
Yes.
I will not accept small. And I feel so strongly about that. My husband was saying, he was giving me some little idea of a story or just a narrative. And he said something like, well, you know, when we get our little house. And I was like, nope, it ain't. Well, he was like, no, I know. I said, no, I don't think you get it. It's not going to be little because I ain't taking little. And he was like, okay. No, bro, I need you to get this in your spirit. I'm not taking little. So no, I'm not. I will not take anything small that he wants to give. Nope. You're going to have to take it back.
And I love that. T's been at that place for a minute. I am finally getting to that place.
No.
Just because of everything that, Lord Jesus, you have been working in my life. And I know now I'm at the place, and it takes a lot of vulnerability. It takes a relationship. To have that with him, to where you can literally say, this is what I need. I don't know how you gonna get it to me.
I don't know how, and I'm not even concerning myself with how you gonna do it. I know it's gonna be big because I'm not taking small.
Sorry, I'm laughing because y'all need to see her. If y'all can see us, y'all understand really, what I was laughing.
Really. This season, the fact that I work every day to stay within my right mind, as much work as that is, I will be paid and compensated. Compensate me for this work.
Yes.
I know you will, because your word says that that's what you do.
And not only that, but because I have evidence of how you have done it before.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just frustrating in the moment.
And it is. And I have my days where today, I'm frustrated right now. I am frustrated and I'm irritated, but I'm not going to let it control my day.
Yep.
At all. But I'm frustrated. And I think that's where those moments where all of a sudden literally out of the blue, I'm irritated. And I can tell in how I'm speaking and how I'm acting. And I'm just like, where did that come from? I know where it comes from. Everything that is going on. But it takes you being honest with yourself and being in tune with yourself to admit I am frustrated. This is a frustrating season. This is a frustrating time. Whatever may be going on with you, the loss of loved ones, the loss of friends, the loss of a job, the loss of whatever that you're not expecting to have to be dealing with. It is frustrating. And you are frustrated. And it's going to be okay. But lying to yourself and saying, no, I'm okay. No, you're not okay. It will be okay.
But you're not
But
okay.
You're not okay. The same way you know you're not okay, you also have to know that it will be.
Okay.
And if you're struggling with knowing that it will be okay, admit that too.
Child.
Admit that too. Stop lying to God.
That does not make you less of a Christian.
No, stop lying to God and saying you believe him when you don't.
You can be honest and say, I really don't believe you right now. You can be honest
and say, I don't. And then be honest and say enough to say, I want to. That's the difference. And some of you aren't there where you want to, for one reason or another. You have to be honest with yourself to figure out, why don't you want to believe?
Yes.
And most of it is being fear-ridden. So yes, when I don't see it happen, I don't know what's going to happen for me, but I want to.
Yes, God. Everything she just said, ditto. Well, I have nothing else to say. T?
The importance of, like we say, being conscious of your thoughts is so that you can change your mind. because you have to get back to the original state that you were made to be in. And that's the connection with God, and that's the connection with your spirit.
Yep.
That is what it's about. You've got to get back to that place. You have to. You have to strive to get back there. And it's hard, but it's not impossible.
No.
It's not impossible. You have the power to do it. Stop giving the devil all this power that he don't have.
He really don't. I'm going to say it like Bishop said it on Sunday. A lot of us ain't doing enough for the devil to be messing with us the way you claim he do.
No, ma'am, and or sir, you're not living out your purpose.
So he ain't really got to do too much to you, if at all.
And not only that, but even if you are, he only has a season to deal with you. He is not omnipresent.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't everywhere at all times.
No.
He is limited in what he can do. So the best way that he can get you to do something is to keep you in a certain pattern. Because then
he ain't got to be there.
He ain't got to be there at all. It's called a cycle. He put you on autopilot.
Yes.
So that is the importance of gathering your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where he hits you.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind and your thoughts.
He don't want your house.
He don't want things, boo.
He don't want none
of
that.
He wants you to keep yourself from getting them. And not only getting them, but he wants you to destroy them for yourself. He don't want your job, your husband, your wife, your children.
Because if he gets you in that thought pattern, he knows you'll destroy it yourself.
You will destroy it yourself. So you have to take captive your thoughts. You have to be conscious about what you're thinking and be honest with yourself on every thought. That means this is going to take work.
Yes.
This is going to take work. And some of you don't want to. And that's something you're going to have to deal with.
And say to yourself, I don't want to.
They say it to themselves. But they have a reason as to why. That is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that they're lying about don't want to. They honest that they don't want to. But they lie to themselves about why they don't want to. That's the difference.
You see how it all comes back to being honest?
Yes. You have to be honest.
There you go.
You are literally, physically rewiring your brain.
To lie to yourself. There you have it.
That's science.
There you have it. So don't get mad when someone says, I know you lying. You ain't lying to me. You lying to yourself. And then you want to sit there and be like, no, I'm not. Because you have literally gotten to the point where you don't even realize.
You don't realize it.
That you lying to yourself.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of you are.
It's okay. All right. T, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Facebook, Tanisha Williams, and Instagram, Styles by Tanisha J.
And as always, you can find me on Facebook, Charmaine Kears. You can find me on Instagram at Charmaine Kears or on Instagram at Charmaine's Confessions. This was a good talk, guys, and we can't wait to talk to you again next week. Hopefully we'll have a guest. We have a couple of people that we are wanting to bring on to the show with us and to give you some different viewpoints. So stay tuned as we bring them on. We'll be letting you know. But until next time, stay blessed. We love you.
See you guys.